BMW 5 Series at its best. Between these two vehicles here, 1,155 horsepower. BMW M550i, the M performance model, against the true M model, the BMW M5. Can this one here, the M550i, keep up with the M5? And is the M5 the extra price worth between 30 to 45,000 euros or dollars between these two vehicles? Well, some buy a whole car for that. But what's the real difference here? Let's go with the exterior, the BMW M550i. Here, since the 5 Series facelift, the grille leads over to the new headlamp styling here, and adaptive LED are standard for this one, and then optional laser light here with the blue accentuations for even more high beam performance. The front grille already very sporty with the vertical fins here, huge double kidney. At the moment they are closed for more wind efficiency, and they can be opened on demand then on the inside. And the lower part already with a sporty touch, but you'll soon see that here the lower part is where the differences happen between the M550i and the true M model, the M5, which is right here. And here we go, the M5, same headlamps, but then the front grille is different. It is always open and has a different styling right here, so it looks even more aggressive. And then the biggest change is here in the lower end, wider area, wider opening. So this is then the most prominent styling detail in the lower area, central and also left and right when you compare both vehicles. This is, by the way, also the competition model, 25 horsepower more, and also some other additional features then. Okay, I'm just kidding. Welcome here, the engine part, 4.4 liter V8 for both vehicles. They do share the same block, but they have different parts. You see it already here from the outside in the front area. Remember this one, and we'll soon take a look at the M5. So they do also use different parts. Acceleration difference is a little less than 4 seconds in the acceleration sphere here for the M550i, and just over 3 seconds here for the M5 model. So yeah, around the half-second difference, 0 to 100 kilometers or 0 to 60 miles an hour. In horsepower figures, it's 530 versus 600 horsepower or 625 horsepower here in the competition model. Both all-wheel drive, but the M5 has the option in the infotainment system, you can choose it, also to go rear-wheel drive only on demand. And here you can obviously see that they do also use different parts. You can literally see that from the outside. So somewhat similar, but also a little bit different. I always wanted to have one of these computer key fobs, and I really always wanted to have 2 of these, and now I have it. So here you can always see if you have closed the vehicle, for example. This would be really important to me, or the range, or the, you can set on the AC and something. It's actually cool and also usable, practical information, because the color says here, it's Bernina Grey Amber versus Frozen Bluestone Metallic. And this here is the Bernina Grey on the M550i. It's a metallic color. And then the Frozen Bluestone Metallic is a matte color. You also hear that. I really love matte colors, and in that way it's also really stylish. You also maybe know the Grey Magno color by Mercedes. This comes very close to that one. However, here the new Bernina Grey, available with the facelift, is also really striking. Which one do you like better, color-wise, by the way? Isn't it great to see here, next to each other both, with the rear? BMW, by the way, calls their offerings to the customer that you can now pick like EV, plug-in hybrid, or petrol engine, now also in future for different models. They call that power of choice. But this one here is rather, I would say, choice of power. What about the powerhouse exhaust? It's beginning with the M5. True exhaust, big diffuser here. This one is really real exhaust, and even no job for the auto-gefühl fake exhaust police here in the M550i, because I mean there's this beauty on the outside, but you see the real exhaust comes right there, and it just basically covers it on the outside. So I would not call this one fake. So I think also a very elegant but yet sporty solution, and let's say a slight diffuser style. So from the rear, definitely the M5 sportier. But I find new tail lamps really beautiful. They are also in that way, since the facelift has a more modern structure. And look at that here, a small spoiler here for the M550i, and also in vehicle color. whereas we have a contrasting color than here for the M5. With 4 meters 96 or 195 inches, the length of course is the same, but small nuances and differences. Here, 19 or 20 inch wheels for both vehicles, but then the tires are wider for the M5. So in the front we have 275mm and in the rear 285mm. So in the front that's 30 millimeters wider and the rear 10 millimeters wider than in the M550i. And also styling elements. We have the air curtain right here in the top part. This air curtain element also, design-wise here in the top part. This placed a little bit lower with the M550i. And here, side mirrors have, this additional aerodynamic element right there. This looks a little bit more spectacular. And since the tires are wider, so extremely wide, 285mm in the rear, we have this, additional, cover here. So this is also, by law actually. Then the M550i has the air curtain in the lower area right there. This looks actually more spectacular in a way, I think. Then the side mirrors, more normal style, and also in the vehicle color. However, you can also get different choices right there. Also 20-inch wheels for this vehicle here today. But here are the normal brakes, already bigger, whereas the M5 also gets the carbon ceramic brakes, but that's also still an option. And the extra price for these ceramic brakes alone, 8,500 euros or dollars. With the competition package for the M5, you not only get 25 more horsepower, which is, but here, the carbon fiber roof. This brings down the center of gravity because on the top part then it's lighter, but yeah, that's the official reason. And the real reason is, yeah, it looks cool, man. The trunk area we only show you once. It's the same for both. And here we go. The length is about 1.15 meters or 45 inches, and you can easily also house a cabin trolley here in the vertical way. So very well usable. Of course, you would need to go for the touring version if you want more flexibility, but that's not available as an M5. Now to the interiors. And door closing sound first. Awesome, that sounds really good. First, the M550i. We have a dark styling here for that one today. Soft materials right there. Then you have an M550i entry badge, and also already the M steering in the sportier design. In this case also with the heated function. As for seats, by the way, with the BMW 5 Series you get a new facelifted Sensortech seat in black, beige or brown. This is really cool. High-grade leatherette with a just great quality, perforated structure. However, this seat is not available here for the M models, neither for the M550i nor for the M5. You get a sportier seat right there. Let's get inside, and seating comfort is actually quite good. I mean, you're in the 5 Series, is a full-size sedan, at least for my taste or for European taste, and find a good seating position here, and one with a 6 or 6.1, enough headroom left as well. Interior overview, set the image lighting to purple so you can differentiate the cars. Here the M550i. Both M Performance and the True M model get the bigger screen setup, which is otherwise an option, 12.3 inch left and right. Also updated with a new facelift on the the infotainment system here. Also Android Auto and Apple CarPlay support both now. Interesting here also in the lower console right there. This is the climate menu, and yeah, really great to have these ones here. The manual climate knobs, double thumbs up. Thank you for having them, and also manual volume knob. So this is the way to go. And then different styling elements, decal elements here, and in the front we have the inductive charging pad and adaptive cup holders. And this also difference, the M550i gets the classic shifting lever, back or reverse in the front, and then you pick the driving modes right here. This one will be really different in the M5. Head-up display, nice option for both. And an element I don't want to miss, the BMW wings style here for the interior lighting in the top. We used to see that also on exterior on BMWs. These times are gone. Glad to have them still here. And I once put myself here in the rear. As a tall adult, no problem. 4 tall adults work headroom-wise and also knee-room-wise here when I am driving. Not plenty of useless space here. The seats are quite thick actually. Sick yo. But overall also a nice and comfortable position here in the rear. And now the M5. We have a bright styling here today, which is of course a really nice color combination, especially with exterior and interior color, which is really corresponding in a way, I think. M5 competition badge. right there. The steering wheel more or less the same, but we have additional control stitches, and then the M1 and M2 button where you can individualize your driving settings and have them as hotkeys. The seats here are having the same base form, and then they have some other nuances. First of all, different color choice, cool bright styling. However, this is only in the animal skin pack again, and this M5 badge can also be illuminated then. And yay, seat belts here with a special M colors. Seating is the same, however here the interior a little bit different. But here the instruments, when I turn on the engine, so they have special M instruments because you can also pick the different M modes, for example, or also have the M setup. So these are the M specific things. And here in the setup you can see, you can then pick actually what you want to have for your M1 or M2 mode. And this is also a way when you, for example, turn off the ESC, wait a little bit, here we go, and then we can go back here and then pick the two-wheel drive mode to basically cancel the all-wheel drive. But this is always connected with ESC off, so this is only for closed circuit or parking lot and so on. For safety reasons, most of the time keep it with the all-wheel drive. Oh, blue ambient lighting, that's typical Thomas style. And the special things are, rather than here in the lower area, different shifting lever. It's an automatic shifting lever, but has, let's say, manual style, because that way is reverse and that way is driving mode. So it's a mix of manual and automatic from the feeling. Here on the top part, you change the shifting characteristics, talking more about that while we drive the vehicle. And then here these two mode switches, first of all from the setup where you can individualize the hotkeys, and then M mode is where you can deactivate or drawback assistance systems. Overall, some kind of technical overkill. You have to get used to it a little bit, but this is also supposed to be like this tech machine. Let's go.